Having a child with autism, you feel like you're constantly in a whirlpool of information, misinformation. The research is constantly changing, and there's been no one to steer you in a direction of what do I do with all this information and how can I tailor it for my child. And that came from my relationship with Milestones.
Milestones moved me from being a helpless parent to being a hopeful parent.
Having Milestones as a resource in our community that we can all turn to as families and practitioners is so invaluable.
As I reflect back on the journey of Milestones and the last 10 years, I keep coming back to why we started the organization, which was to help other families who are going through the challenges that we ourselves have faced and continue to face. People were looking and were hungry for support, for education and resources.
Ilana and I would get together and help each other. It was such a wonderful relationship to be able to share the latest information, the newest information, to discuss how can I reach this particular goal. And we said, you know what? It's time to step it up. It's time to take this to the community and let them in.
We started with a conference and it continued to grow from there. We saw there was a need for more services, there was a need for more education and workshops.
Milestones is here 10 years later, thriving and meeting the needs of families and professionals in the autism community because of dedicated individuals, dedicated volunteers, community members, professionals who have contributed to our success.
Milestones is committed to staying true to its mission of education. We feel that people can improve their lot by educating themselves. It's also true for individuals with autism. If the people around them are trained to work with them, their service will be better.
What's unique about Milestones organization is that the mission is clearly dedicated toward education and training. And being an educator, I'm very much interested in trying to get as much solid, good information out there about evidence-based treatments and appropriate best practices for autism.
Milestones is a place where people can turn to help them plan what to do for their child and help move them on the milestones to have them really reach to a higher level.
Milestones is full of very practical resources. So when you find out that your child is diagnosed with autism, you don't know where to start. When I got coaching and mentoring and I saw other parents have success with their kids, that made me think I can do this too.
It was very important to us, not only to provide the vision of what's possible, but to give the actual practical steps. You have this goal, here's what you need to teach in order to reach that goal.
During Aaron's senior search internship, not only did they encourage him, they really gave him very practical tools and tips for how to manage yourself in the workplace. What are the sort of steps that are tips for success and pitfalls to avoid?
We've worked with families over the years who have reached incredible goals. They've sent their children to sleepaway camp. Their children have found jobs. They've volunteered in meaningful ways in the community, helping out their synagogues, their churches, other nonprofit organizations.
I'm 22 years old. I work at the Cleveland Clinic. I do filing, data entry, and mailings. I love my job, and I love to sing.
We've learned never to underestimate these kids. Evan has been an inspiration in our life and has taught us incredible things about his journey.
When I grow in life, I'm going to have to be more responsible, more independent, and be more capable. And I'm very happy of how much progress I've really made in these past few years.